So first of all, for the audience that's watching, is it okay if you can explain yourself or describe yourself in a few sentences?
So, okay, first of all, before I would like to introduce myself, I would say that I was a person who did not even know how to open a laptop, like how to run a laptop, how to start a computer. So now I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Qasim. I'm 22 years old, aging towards 23, and I am in my final semester in Arid Agriculture University, Rawalpindi, Pakistan. So now I am working currently on my FYP and two other projects, like freelance projects I'm working besides it. So the major thing is that I got into this business like when I was in the second semester, like in 2023 Jan. Yes, Jan 2023. My sister, like she's my cousin, she's married in UK. She pushed me into this work. She dragged me into this work forcefully. I have not wanted to, so she is the only reason who I am today. Like I am now a computer person. I am now a technical person just because of her. It's all because of her. She put me into the freelancing thing. So her name is Mrs. Fahim. I will mention her for sure. Thank you so much. So because of her, what I am today is here I am with you. So she was the only mentor who dragged me into this business. And yes, it's good. It's good. It's very good.
Awesome. So how long exactly have you been freelancing for?
So, like from January 2023 to till now, till date, I have been into different projects, like some of the contract-based projects, some on the daily wages-based projects on Fiverr, as you know. So on the Fiverr, you know that we have some projects which are on the hourly basis. If you have an idea, so I do have those projects as well because of her, because of my sister. She dragged me into this. She has a Fiverr gig, so she pushed me into this, and she wanted me to do this on the behalf of her. So I'm very thankful to her. So it was like a virtual assistant job. So I did different things, like some starting with the basic data entry, which is now very common. Even a student, schoolboy is now able to do this thing in Pakistan. So yeah, and later on I have some bidding projects which were quite difficult, and then I stepped in, and then various jobs like various contracts I don't even remember. And then in the last year, Feb 2025, once my friend came into my university, actually our lecture was dismissed, so my friend came to me and said that why don't step into the e-commerce? I would like e-commerce. Are you sure? We are not of that. We are accounting and finance students. So he said that, oh, you are a freelancer. You know how to do a Shopify store. I said no, because I don't know coding. I know the basic concept of Shopify store design, but I don't know C++ language, JavaScript, and all that. I don't know that. So he said that no, I believe in you. His name is Hamza. So he's in the room next to me right now. We are living in an apartment, so he's there. He pushed me, like we are a group of five who started to just step into this thing. So we just for an experiment, just to gain some experience, we started a business on a Shopify store. Like it was a very horrible store, terrible store I've ever made. Okay, so it was terrible than the basic one. I made it so bad, so bad. The standard one was too good, but I made it bad by myself. So that was our experience, not very good. But yeah, and then in our previous semester, our instructor, Dr. Shazad Khurshid, he pushed into our e-commerce again because it was a subject then. So then I made a store named Cloxy, in which we used to sell. It was totally an academic project. We were not aimed to do this permanently, but yeah, I got the experience of making the Shopify store. I made 3 to 4 stores in that time, in 2 months, in the era of 2 months with coding by the use of AI. So yes, AI is the major role. AI is the major key thing we should follow. We should follow it.
Awesome, awesome. I think that's like a huge amount of experience in just like
Yeah,
2-3 minutes. That's awesome. So in terms of freelancing, because I also started as a freelancer as well
yeah.
back in 2021. So in terms of freelancing, how did you decide about what service to sell on Fiverr or whoever you sell to?
So okay, I would like to explain with again go back to the 2023 January. I was not being able to made an Excel sheet. Like I was too bad in all that stuff. So my sister was very kind to me. She's a mentor, so she gave me some practice work. I did. I started with basically with the Excel. Okay, I started with the Excel. then later on with the AI software. But yes, the thing I got interested in that was the bidding projects. Like it was like something the American companies gave us some orders like contract-based jobs to clean their construction sites. So we have to clean their construction sites and we have to bid the project on the how much square feet is that and how the things goes on. So it was that, and it was a good experience. It was a tough job, but in that job I used to learn new things each day. So in the every new bidding project I learned new things, so it was something very interesting and very useful. So yeah, it made me introduced to the American market, that how American people work.
Awesome. You know, a lot of people, a lot of freelancers like you and I, when we're just starting out, we always struggle in finding our first client. It's always the first client that's hardest to find. So I want to know from your experience, and for someone who's wanting to start freelancing,
Yeah,
how can they find their first client?
yeah, after my sister make me an experienced person, then I got my first client by myself via LinkedIn. Yeah, we reached out at LinkedIn. Of course, you reached me out at LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is very useful. So she told me that reach the hiring managers. So I used to drop a message to the hiring managers like, if you have any suitable opportunity to me and this and that for the remote jobs or remote contract based work from home only, not an on-site job. So yeah, I got my first client from there. It was for the, so they used to give me some scripts. I used to be and my work was to my work was to convert it into an audio using an AI software. So it was a story based story. They were stories, and I used to convert it into the AI using the audios and making them making their audio. So it was very good experience. My first line was this, and it I earned around $50 only for that.
Cool, awesome. So in this case, because when you first got your first client, was it easier to get your next few clients, or was it much harder?
No, it was much harder because my English was not very good. In Pakistan, we used to speak Urdu, and
Hmm.
my mother language is Punjabi, so I'm Punjabi as well. So it was very difficult to communicate. First of all, I don't know how to communicate because my sister was communicating on behalf of me, so I don't know how to communicate. So yeah, there were difficulties. Then my name was recommended by someone I don't know. They reached me out, and his name is Wahaj Khokar, by the way, who reached me out. So he made me into a contract. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
So his company name was Myro Agency. So he hired me as a, a junior business developer. So I worked there for 4 months. In the last of like I worked there for October 2024 to Feb 2025. So these were the 4 to 5 months I worked there, and this was my second client after 6 months for the first client. So it was very difficult to find the clients, and after that, my name was fair enough in my circle, in my social circle. So everybody recommend me if there is something I know, they'll pay me, and I do that for them. Yeah.
Awesome. That's amazing. You know, as like freelancers, me and you, it's always so hard to find clients, but even harder, it's more about keeping those clients and always getting the work. So, have you had any instances where you've lost clients as well?
Yeah. So after my first client via LinkedIn, I told you before, I reached out some several clients as well. So the reason I lost them is that I was in very urgency. Like I use my thought was that they would leave me, so I used to keep them messages. I used to drop them messages. So they thought that I was a spam. So they just blocked me, and things goes on. Like the thing I learned is that don't force someone to work with you. Your work speaks. If you have some insights, share with them. If they are convenient, they are convinced with you, they will definitely reach you out. Or else, don't do that forcefully. It will bring you bad results.
Cool. And as for freelancers, for every single service, do you need to have a portfolio or is it not necessary?
So actually, I made a portfolio. I have only one portfolio actually on a Google Drive, basic portfolio. Because I have different jobs, I have different work. I have not a certain work. I didn't work on a certain work. I have a portfolio. If you want to, I'll share the link with you as well. So in that portfolio, I have different folders of different work. So you can check it out at how much I do. matlab, okay, how I did work, I different opportunities, different contracts. In each folder, you find something different from another. There's nothing relatable to each other. Like there are some folders of Shopify design stores, like how I designed the stores. There are some snapshots, there are some bidding projects, the maps I used to find, I used to create, and there are some Excel sheets. There are some a lot. There are some photography and videography projects. Did that too for the stores, the photography of the products of wristwatches. So a very professional one, by the way. They were paid by our instructor too, so it was a compliment for me then that time. So yeah, I have different folders in one portfolio. Yeah.
I also wanted to ask you, because there's so many different types of freelancers, there's video editors, there's graphic designers. So I wanted to ask, what is the most in demand skill right now to learn as a freelancer?
To learn as a freelancer, the most important thing is right now, according to me, I just said according to me, is AI. Learning AI, because AI is replacing everything. You are much more experienced than me. You know that AI is in now every field. If you want to learn one skill, let's take an example, like you want to learn something in 2 months, learn a skill in 2 months. After 2 months, you'll find an AI tool for that thing. So you got me.
Mhm.
So that's the
Yeah.
thing. You should get the AI done. You should need to learn the AI very well. So I did that coding. I told you that I did coding on my Shopify store, the Cloxy. So I did on the Chat GPT free version, not even a paid version. So I tried to learn it, and now I'm good in it, and I'm good in learning ChatGPT. Now, right now, I have trained AI bots, my AI bots like GPT, DeepSeek, Claude, Grok. Grok somehow I didn't use Grok much, and Copilot. So I use them a lot. So now they know me. Whenever I go to them, I just write a prompt. I have different tool for a different work. Like for Shopify, I have GPT. For Copilot, I have some research project scores, very tough. And Gemini. Gemini is also for research, and legal research is very tough thing, toughest thing. But AI helps a lot. AI helps a lot. If you want to learn something, want to step into the freelance, according to me, learn AI first. Then everything will be easier.
You know, when you talked about AI, I always get this image of, how there's different AI tools for different types of work. So I wanted to ask you, what do you think is the best AI tool to be using right now?
So, uh, like every, I have 2 to 3 tools which I will rank number one, because they have for different works. For coding, I prefer ChatGPT. It's very good in that. It's very good, very very professional. Like I have some horrible prompts at the starting because I don't know about the language as well, how to prompt it. So it understands me and make me good results. So I polished them and I made them very professional. And for the research purposes, Gemini. I prefer Gemini for now. Don't know about future. For now, Gemini is better for research. Best for research. I have my FYP working on. I am using Gemini. DeepSeek is for the if you are new to freelancing. GPT is for you because it's free and provide unlimited chat, and it's very workable for those. So yeah, GPT and Gemini I prefer the most, and then the Claude AI. The Claude provides you a deep research, deep thinking that even GPT and Gemini can't bring you to. So yeah, that's my opinion. What's about you? I would like to learn from you.
I think my opinion is quite different to yours because you're an experienced freelancer.
Uh,
But as a student and creator as well, I usually use Claude AI for content creation.
yeah.
I think in terms of content, Claude is the best by far. In terms of like normal day to day tasks, I think ChatGPT is the best because ChatGPT is just like overall just good for normal things. And for research and report writing, Gemini, because it has Google's data as well. So I think Gemini is the best in that area.
So we
So
have
that's
many.
that. Yeah,
So we have many in common.
exactly.
Like yeah, many in common. Not quite different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask, what's the biggest mistake a lot of beginner freelancers make?
So the beginner freelancers make a lot of messages. That's what their big mistakes are. That like they used to reach again and again and again, and the client got messed up. Client got messed up, and he left you and blocked you like they did to me. So yeah.
Okay. I also wanted to move on towards Shopify because
Okay.
I'm not a Shopify expert. I know you are a Shopify expert.
Yeah. Only a
So,
Shopify store designer. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So, in terms of Shopify designing, what are some of the websites you've or Shopify websites you've designed, and what makes them stand out?
So my first, the one I told you that my friend came to me, Hamza. So yeah,
Yeah.
he told me about to start e-commerce. He pushed me into it. Like I did
Hmm.
everything by chance. So he made an idea with Pocket Mall. Like Pocket Mall, we sell watches. If we get used to it, we will add more products to it. If we get understand the thing. So the first store I made was the Pocket Mall. It was a I told you how it was. So it was not very good in making. Like its design was not very good. Other things were good. The boys made some. My boys, the other boys, Hamza, Fizan, like my group other members, they did a lot of good work in it, like photography, video shoot, and photo shoot was quite beautiful, quite good, quite impressive. So the only thing in that project was the photo shoot of the products. Like whenever we showed them to someone, they were like, "Wow, that's something very interesting and professional." Not the store, but the photography and all that stuff. And the second one was the Cloxy I told you about in our seventh semester, which was the previous. So in that, I have only one thing stand out, which was the design. Only the design I made. I used GPT a lot, a lot, a lot. I used a lot of GPT. I changed the entire basic standard of Shopify. Like we have templates on Shopify. I
Yeah.
picked up a template and changed them from top header to footer on my own. Like I designed it by myself. Yeah. So the for the first one we were praised by the photography, for the product shoot of course, and the second one was the design. Yeah.
That's awesome. I used the Shopify website designer once, but I'm not a like professional in it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different AIs that build websites, like Replit AI
Yeah.
and Lovable AI. So is it if I were to design a website for selling let's say shoes, okay, would I be better off using Shopify or would I be better off using Replit AI, using AI to build my website?
See, if you have a team like 1 or 2% with you, you should work on some other hosting like Amazon Lightsail. We have Amazon Lightsail. We have Hostinger. We have other WordPress. We should make a website on that. But if you are a single person from the start, you should go for the Shopify because it has everything under one roof. Under one platform, you will find everything: the customer management, the vendors, the delivery, the customer exchange services, the policies, everything is under one platform. So you don't have to get more worry. So it's quite easy. The only thing which is difficult is to design a fully functional store, and after that everything is easy.
Cool. Qasim, I think there's so much knowledge being shared in this podcast episode that I think that I would love to just end it here, just because I think I don't want to make it too long for the viewers.
Okay.
And I think so much knowledge has been shared in this episode that, sometimes I think there's so many awesome people out there who can share, like you yourself can share knowledge like this. So at the end of every podcast episode, we have this, I guess you could say, um, ritual where we have the guest ask a question
Okay.
towards the audience. So, what do you think your question is to the audience, and how would you want the audience to answer your question?
So I have to ask the question to the audience, right?
Yeah.
So it's quite difficult. Like I'm a person who would like to answer more than asking the questions. So okay, if I have to ask a question, like I have to ask to the youth, especially of Pakistan, because I am from Pakistan. I belong to
Yeah.
here. I love my country.
Hmm.
So yeah, for the Pakistani youth, I would say that why are you still sleeping? Get up. It's too late. Yeah, because it's too late. They will understand. They will understand what I'm meant to say. So
Yeah.
yeah, they will understand that don't sleep too much. It's time to wake up. It's a wake up call.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kasim. I really enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed talking with you. And I hope the audience also enjoyed our conversation today. And if you do want to watch more episodes like this, then you can find them on my channel as well. And if you want to see more guests, more awesome guests like Kasim right here, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much.